chose to suspend him?
That's correct. It counts, as I believe, as a positive, and that would be his first. So there's no punishment. Counseling, he has to do counseling and some other things through the university, and that will be done.
And so how did you arrive at the one game?
Well, unfortunately, I had one several years back, and we did it for a game. I try to collect as many facts as I can about what actually happened. I meet with a player, I meet with Dean Smith, obviously a very serious one, and then come to Cleveland in one game. He's also losing a scholarship, he forfeited a scholarship for a term. You know, I've done that before. The last issue we had like this, it wasn't quite serious, it was like a New York thing. And they lost their scholarship. And so when a kid has an issue like that, there's some type of punitive damage as far as missing a game or something, and then they forfeit their scholarship at some point. They're going to earn it back.
If I can ask one more about the quarterbacks then. Cardale's been in this situation before to come in, maybe a little bit unexpected as the backup. What's different about maybe your confidence level in him for this start, now that he's got 10 under his belt as opposed to Wisconsin?
Oh, night and day. Yeah, Cardale's, plus he had a great week of practice last week. He's engaged. He handled everything like a man. He threw for 300 yards a couple weeks with a 75% clip. He's 10-0 as a starter. Yes. Not even hesitation. The first thing is make sure no one's hurt and find out exactly what happened. We educate non-stop about domestic, about alcohol, about drugs. It's out there. I've had to deal with it one other time, I believe, and it was, it's something that I go right to the administration because I want to find out, make sure we're doing it right by the university first, and then the team second, because obviously that's there's been some horrible things happening with drug driving.
And how does this affect how you view JT Barrett?
Tough. You know, he came over to my house, and I love JT. I'm not ashamed to say that. He's like a child. He's like one of my favorite guys I've ever got to coach. He's, you know, JT's going to have to deal with something that he's never had to deal with. You know, when you say you're too short, you don't run fast enough, your arm strength's not good, you're an average quarterback. You can deal with that. It's just not working. And it's a little bit like when a coach, you know, you're not a good coach. Okay, you're not a good coach. When they start attacking who you are, especially people who don't know who you are. And I told him that, you know, that's the toughest thing he'll ever have to deal with. Is that now there's some questions who you are, and I imagine he's never had to deal with that because JT's always been JT. And yes, he may be a little too short, his arm strength maybe not. You know, that you can deal with that. How do you deal with that? You work a little harder. How do you deal with, you know, what is it, 20 years of doing right and 30 seconds of doing wrong, or 3 minutes, whatever it was. That's real though. That's something he's going to have to deal with. I'm going to try to help him. We all are going to try to help him because that's going to be that's the toughest thing we'll have to deal with as far as protecting his name.
And do you view this more as guys make mistakes, or does this lead you to maybe question his decision making?
Oh, first is question his decision making, and find out. Then I want to find out exactly what happened. Monitor him very closely, and use it as an education opportunity for our players too.